Recognizes the gentleman from Connecticut, Mr. Murphy, for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Last week, the giant home improvement chain Lowe's decided to pull their ads from a new show on the Learning Channel called All American Muslim. Now, this show depicts 5 Muslim American families of Lebanese descent from Dearborn, Michigan, and highlights how their faith affects their lives and their families. The show is aptly titled because it shows Muslim families to be exactly what they are in this situation and millions like them around the nation. They're Americans. They face problems just like the rest of us. The only difference is that they worship at a different church. Now, Lowe's pulled these ads because one right-wing anti-Muslim group in Florida said that the show hides the, quote, true agenda of Islam, which, according to this group, is to destroy America. Now, this kind of anti-Muslim bigotry isn't new. It seems like every month we're being warned by a new radical group about the creep of Sharia law, or a peaceful mosque is being run out of a community, or a radical pastor is burning the Quran on television. But it's one thing when a fringe group or a radical, unhinged pastor is doing it. It's quite another when a Fortune 100 company is endorsing this nonsense. Now, Lowe's defends itself by saying that they're pulling these ads because some of their customers had, quote, strong political and social views on this topic. Well, congratulations to Lowe's for acknowledging that there are some really bigoted people in the world. That doesn't mean that Lowe's or any other company should acquiesce to this kind of behavior. For instance, there are unfortunately a lot of people out there who still hold racist views about African Americans, but I don't think that means Lowe's is going to be pulling its ads from television shows featuring African Americans. Lowe's also says that they're sorry for walking into a, quote, hotly contested debate. Well, what debate are they talking about? Yes, we face threats from a fringe sect of radical anti-Americans, but there's no debate that the millions of patriotic, peace-loving Muslims who live in this country have no connection to that movement and do nothing except strengthen the fabric of our nation. Now, maybe you think this is just a minor sideshow and Congress shouldn't be talking about it on this floor. I submit to you that you're dead wrong. This is a major American company rubber stamping basic foundational bigotry against a major American religious group. This nation was founded on the premise of religious freedom, and this body should never remain silent when a group of people is marginalized just because they worship a different God. And though we've certainly got more important things to worry about, like fixing the economy, it's traditionally been during bad economic times that this kind of social marginalization has been at its worst because people don't speak up against it. Now, further, this kind of bias, it endangers our national security. Dennis McDonough, the President's Deputy National Security Advisor, recently said that al-Qaeda's core recruiting argument is that the West is at war with Islam. With this action, extremists can say, look, we're already being run out of their neighborhoods, now we're being run off of their television sets. This kind of anti-Muslim sentiment doesn't just endanger our nation's soul, it endangers our national security. And so here's my message for the folks at Lowe's who made this decision, and frankly, any out mom is considered getting. You're better than this. You know that the history of this country and of this world never ever looks kindly on this kind of marginalization that you've endorsed with your actions. And whether it was against Irish Americans or Jewish Americans or African Americans, the history books ensure this kind of exclusionary politics becomes a stain on the reputation of anyone who takes part in it. Today I'm leading a group of members of Congress to reconsider decision. Listen, we have a lot to fear from groups who seek to do harm to America. We have nothing to fear from a TV program called All American Muslim, from the tens of millions of patriotic Muslim Americans who are just like those that are portrayed in that show. This is America, and while we have never been perfect living up to our founding ideals, we've gotten pretty good at calling out bigotry when we see it and stamping it out before its mark becomes indelible. This can be one of those moments. I yield back.
The gentleman yields back. The chair recognizes the gentleman from Texas, Mr. Poe.